Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get to it.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Vincent here, back at it again for another G-Mineo video. Today, I'll be doing a quick game review on the differences between Genshin Impact Mobile versus Genshin Impact PC. Now, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I did a first impression / game review video of Genshin Impact on the PC. I'll go ahead and link that down in the description below. And while you're down there, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Also, go ahead and leave me a couple comments. I'd love to know if you guys play Genshin, or if you thought about playing Genshin, or if you already play, who your favorite waifu and husbandos are, because you already know your boy's trying to do his research. I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's jump right into it. First thing I'd like to point out is that I am using the iPhone XS here. So I think if you have a newer phone or just a better phone, I definitely think you would have a significantly different experience than I did. And also, of course, your Wi-Fi speed, all that stuff's very important. I tried playing in a slower Wi-Fi environment like a Panera where they have public Wi-Fi. I tried playing in an area with faster Wi-Fi at home and in the office, and then I tried using data, and the difference was quite significant. Like at Panera, I was loading like 2 minutes of loading screens versus like in the home or at my office, it's about like a solid 20 seconds. Nothing too crazy. The device and the internet will affect your experience significantly, as we all know. Now let's hop right into the review. I think some of the biggest breakdowns are going to be graphics, it's going to be the controls, and it's going to be loading times. I think those are the 3 biggest things that people tend to look for, because otherwise this game on the mobile is insane. It's literally a PC game packed into your phone. I was very impressed with the graphics. I'm a mobile gamer personally, I don't play too many PC games, and in terms of mobile game, this game's graphics are top notch. It's a chef's kiss, it's 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Comparing it with the PC though, of course, it's not as good, especially during the battles and when you're just exploring in the free world, in the open world. But in terms of cutscenes and character selection screen and inventory screen, I think those are very similar to the PC graphics. But yes, definitely when you're in the middle of a battle, maybe in a mob or something, and there's a lot going on the screen, I got some lags, I got some blurs, it's a mobile device, you can't ask too much of it, but for what it is, it's beautifully done, beautifully executed. And again, the cutscenes are super HD. It's basically like I'm on the PC, but on my phone. So it's pretty wild. I quite enjoy it. I would give it a solid 9.5 out of 10 for the graphics, for sure. This is my biggest thing, because once again, I am more of a mobile gamer myself. So I'm used to, holding my phone like this to play the games. I'm used to the mobile kinds of controls where typically your joystick will be over here to move around. Over here, you got your attack buttons. For Genshin, you got the jump up here. And then, the biggest difference, the special move and the elemental. I'm not sure I'm calling those 2 correct, but it's like the strong attack and the elemental attack. They're right over here, easy to reach. Versus on the keyboard, because I'm not used to playing on the keyboard, WASD to move, but then the other 2 buttons, I can't remember what their letters are. I had a lot of trouble reaching them. So when I played on the PC, I wasn't actually able to use those buttons that much. Versus on the mobile, I'm spamming that strong attack button, So I think that's a big difference. And obviously that's just because I'm not a keyboard gamer. I'm not a PC gamer myself. So choosing the mobile version seems pretty obvious because I'm used to this kind of controls, So but I do think that's something to take into consideration when you're deciding which platform to start your Genshin adventure on, is which one you're more comfortable with. Obviously, being on a mobile device, it is going to take a little longer to load. And again, with the public kind of Wi-Fi's, it takes forever to load, but it's not too bad. I mean, I'm waiting like 20 seconds. The longest loading times I've had with this game is when you click into the app initially and it's starting, it shows the MiHoYo logo, very cute. I'll give it one of these, and then it shows like, you know, the place where you press star and then it like loads your data. That's the longest wait time that you'll have. And I have a couple disconnects where it just, the orange circle pops up and it just says reconnecting, and then I have to do that whole thing over again. So that is a little frustrating, but it's not a big issue. Genshin is a bit of a longer game. With most mobile games, people are expecting to log in and log out within like, you know, 5-10 minutes, or if you want to play some autoplay or, you know, do some quick puzzles or whatever, you know, 30 minutes max. But from what I read on the App Store, a lot of people are playing Genshin Impact on the mobile for like 5 hours at a time, you know, 2 hours at a time, longer times. So when you're playing the game for that much longer, a little 20-second loading cut screen doesn't really bother me, you know. But yes, obviously compared to the PC, longer wait time for sure. And next, I'd love to talk about the soundtrack, because I wasn't able to touch on the soundtrack as much in my PC review. I was too focused on learning the game, learning the controls and all of that, getting used to it. But this time I paid attention to the music, and it's a solid 10 out of 10. I think they really did a good job with the music. And again, I'm not very far into the game yet, so I'm not exactly sure if there's gonna be a bunch more new songs for the overworld or for boss fights or stuff like that. But the music, from what I can tell so far, it's a hit. Like, I always compare this game with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I think some of the big differences with music between these two games, Genshin and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, is that for Breath of the Wild they focus on a lot more like nature sounds when you're exploring around. So I don't remember there being that much music, versus Genshin there's always like a nice background song going, and I really like that, you know. It adds a little bit more to the feel of it, the vibe, you know.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
In terms of where I'm at currently, where I'm at with this review, for the gameplay at least, I'm only up until pretty much where I played with the PC version. So I'm in the very beginning parts of the game. I have not unlocked co-op yet. I'm sure the co-op experience on mobile will not be the same as the co-op experience on PC. But what I love about a cross-platform game like this is that whatever device you play on, you can play with your friends. You know, let's say one of my friends, me, doesn't have a good PC build, and my friends do. They can play on PC. I can go over to their house with my mask on, and I can play with them on mobile. I think that's awesome. I've always loved cross-platform games. I just think it adds so much more value to the community. You know, you can play with whoever you want. Doesn't matter what device they're using, you can play with everybody. So I love that. Thank you, MiHoYo, for doing what you do. You guys are killing the game over there. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up what I wanted to say. Maybe I'll ramble for a little bit. Cut here for a second. Let me think about what I want to ramble about.
2,000 years later.
No, I think that about does it actually. I would love to continue playing. I'm gonna keep updating you guys on my experience as I get further into the game. I think you unlock co-op at like level 15 or level 16, one of those. I'll definitely try to do a quick review about the co-op. And I'm excited because I know people in the G-Mineo community play Genshin actively. And I'm really excited to play with friends. So if you are interested in that, go ahead. We got the Discord link down below in the descriptions. You can join, you can chat with us, and we can play some games together. Alrighty guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your time. My name is Vincent. I've been your host for today, and thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave me a like, and don't forget guys, game it till you make it, baby! Woo!